Hey guys, welcome to the Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak. Today we're going to talk for a minute about 3D targets. Lots of options out there, lots of different choices that you can go with. This is my personal opinion on it after using these things religiously for many years and many different brands. For probably the last 5, 6, 8 years, maybe even 9 years, I've been sticking with this particular one on purpose for some of the reasons we're going to discuss. This is a Delta Intruder model. It's smaller in size, as you can see. It's a very small stature deer target. I like that. Okay, I've had the Glendale bucks. They're great bucks, great targets. There's other ones out there too. There's the Mackenzie ones that are full large deer, things like that. I prefer for it to be a smaller target. When I'm shooting at a 3D target, it's a controlled environment, and my shooting is going to be at its best. So I want a small target to shoot at. That way I know that if I'm putting them in the kill zone on this thing all the time, that when I'm stressed and excited and buck fever sets in and your heart's racing and all that kind of stuff happens in the field, I'm going to have better odds of actually putting that arrow into a deer that's going to be much bigger in stature than what this little target here is. But I really definitely like these. Some other advantages to the size of this is that they're very portable. They're ultra lightweight, very simple. There is no neck or head that becomes replaceable that has to come off or that can pop off. No back end it does. All it is it's a one-piece body with 2 quick detached legs. Give them a quick twist and they pop right out. So if you're somebody that has that cannot shoot at your house and you have to actually go to a range to shoot or go to your hunting property and set up, this is a very compact unit that you can throw right in the back of your truck. Very lightweight, very simple, very easy to use, and that makes it really nice. And we'll talk about a stand in there as well too, but simple setup, take it, throw it in the back of your car, set it up, shoot at it, move it around, whatever you got to do. It just makes for a nice, great target. Some other benefits to these is they are, again, it's not, there's other targets out there that are going to probably last longer. Like if you take, for example, a Glendale, you got multiple sides of that kill section, gives you a lot of options and stuff like that too, and they do last a while. These last for quite a while as well too, and they cost a lot less money, and I'm not afraid to shoot my broadheads at it. That's a big one for me. I go through about one of these a year. I'll explain it. You can actually see this one back here. This is the one that I've been shooting at for this whole year so far. You can see that it's pretty blown out. But what I do with that, actually, let me set him out of the way here so you can see, but story of my life. But what happens here is you can see that it's kind of all blown out here in the center of this. That's pretty much gone. Well, on broadside, when the arrows start passing through this thing, you can get a replaceable core if you want to. I don't bother because I do it this way instead. But as your arrows start hitting and then they start popping out the other side and shooting out and sticking in the dirt because they're not stopping it anymore, what I do is I'll take this target and I'll turn it on a quartering away angle, and then I'll shoot at it this way. And because of that quartering away and all the meat that's in this thing and all that extra foam, I can then get quite a bit out of that. Once that'll start popping out on the back side over here and it doesn't work good for quartering away angle anymore for me, I will spin it all the way around so that I can shoot into it quartering away this direction. Now I'll shoot into it from this side quartering away. So you get a lot of life out of one of these targets, and by the time I've blown through a broadside and blown through it on both the quartering away ones, it's time to throw it out. It's done. Usually I get about a year, and that includes about probably 20% of broadhead shots. Because once you get into September, I like to shoot broadheads. We should all be practicing with our broadheads. That's a topic for a whole nother discussion, and I've had it before, but shooting your broadheads are important, and shooting them in a hunting scenario I think is important. 3D targets give you that. They give you the hunting scenario. Everybody should have one. It should not be stacked up against a backdrop or a piece of hay bales or something like that. If some people don't have that luxury. Again, everybody's situation where they can shoot at is different. But if you have the option of not having to have it leaning against a backstop, you're better off. You get the actual real dimensional aspect. You can see the light coming through all the way around it. You have the fear that you only have this little zone right here. If you miss that, you're going to miss that target, and that arrow might be gone. So it's nice to have that fear factor. It's nice to have that built into that. And make it and challenge you a little bit more. So 3D targets are a definite bonus. Everybody should be shooting them. Everybody should have them, and they're not expensive. This one here, they're very, very affordable. It is actually one of the most affordable 3D targets that's out there, and I'll put a link for it down below, and they'll ship it right. You know, get it right through Amazon. They ship it right to your house. A couple days later, you got it. No having to go pick it up or fight with it or mess around with anything. Just sweet, simple, and it'll show right up at your doorstep. But they're a phenomenal target. Like I said, they give you the right amount of meat. I'm gonna move him out of the way. And we'll look at this one. It's jumping around on me. But they give you, as you can see, the right amount of meat there. They're not a super thin target. So they give you you're going to get a lot of life out of it. And the core on this, which is cool, the core is actually a multi-density core. So this center right in here, inside that 10 ring, is a lot stiffer than even like the 8 ring is around outside there. So this holds up really, really well. Does a great job. They do come with antlers. I don't know why a 3D target comes with antlers. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, but they do, as all of them do. So if you want to stick antlers on him and make him look like he's a 120-inch deer, you can. They also come with some metal rods that you could then modify, like some 4x4 posts, and stick them in there and have it stand up for you. I got better options for a stand, which we'll talk about here, but this is that little Delta Intruder target. Absolutely love it. And one of the things I really like about Mackenzie or Delta is that they're anatomically correct for the most part. I mean, that 12 ring and 10 ring, yes, it could be moved over a little bit, but it's pretty solid right in the right place where you want it to be. And that's important. A lot of these 3D targets, it's all way back here in the middle of the body, and it's not a good place for it. The targets aren't correct. And if we're shooting for live animal practice, we want that to be as close as possible. I really like how Delta has it very close as possible. Again, the core is replaceable. And you have on this side too, you can see the other side of it here. Little different look because the core pops in and slides into there, but the 10 and 12 rings are still in the exact same spot. So it's nice. You can shoot at it from either side you want to. Great setup, sweet target. Like I said, ultra lightweight, weighs next to nothing. Throw it right in your car. Sweet, simple, and easy to use. I really like them, especially for the money. I mean, what it costs for a good steak dinner these days, you can have one of these and shoot at it all year long. And if you're shooting as much as I am all year long, some people, you might get, you know, two or 3 years out of it. Like I said, I have a link down below for them. Now the stand, you can make your own stands. I've tried many different stands that are out there. I have 3 of these and a couple of the other ones. The other ones are so rusted out and beat up, I'm not even showing them. But what's nice about this one is that it is adjustable. You can loosen this knob right here and then stretch this out to make it fit whatever size target you want. This is made by HME. Again, I'll have a link down below for it. Not expensive. Very simple and easy to maintain. Good, strong spikes on there so they're not going to bend. I've never bent one of these or had a problem with it. And like I said, I got a few of them. They hold up really well. They are adjustable. The key thing, the #1 reason that I like these particular 3D stands is they are only 4 points of contact to them. All right, so what's nice about that is if you put this on uneven ground, it can find itself and find a spot to set in at. The ones that I have, the other ones I have where it's like a flat bar piece of metal all the way across on both ends, they just sit there and wobble back and forth. And that may not seem like a big deal, but then when you put that 3D target on top of there, that whole thing's wobbling back and forth. It really gets to be a pain in the butt and affects everything. And you have to have very flat ground to put it on. You find yourself out there with your foot digging out trenches and spots to get that thing to kind of level out. With this, everywhere you put it, it basically stands nice and strong and doesn't move around too much. So I definitely love this HME 3D target stand. But you take this stand and you take this target right here and you're basically set. That's it. You just take it out there with you, pull it out of the back of your truck. Mine's actually all taped off here because it's not even set yet. I haven't used this one, but you just line up your stakes right on there. Just like that, you're done. Put it right on there. Sweet and simple, but that's nice and sturdy and not giving you a hard time. Where the other ones, if you got them on those other stands, when you shoot them, they're doing this because they're not, because you can't find that stable ground for them. This, with only 4 points of contact on this HME stand, perfect. So for me, this is a dead nuts perfect winning combination. It's not expensive. You can buy all of this stuff that's here for less than 90% of the 3D targets that are on the market today. It's going to make you a better shooter because it's a smaller target. You're going to have to focus down more and concentrate a lot better, which in turn is going to make you better when it comes to hunting in the field, where you're going to have deer that are going to be actual life-size deer. This, again, being very small in size. And like I said, very portable unit. No having to mess with trying to slide heads off, take this apart, pull that apart, take out this core, flip this open. Just a sweet, simple setup that you can use. Shoot the crap out of it, and then also right before hunting season, shoot it with your broadhead so that you get the flight of your broadheads, you get the feel of it, you see what that actually looks like when you're shooting at live animals, and you get that broadhead testing in there too. So in my opinion, best setup that you can use. I've been using them for a lot of years. I love them, and I know there's better ones out there, but sometimes better's not really better. You know, sometimes saving money and not being afraid to shoot the crap out of something is the best way to do it. This setup here gives you that flexibility. This stand, how I move it around, I walk up to the stand. When I want to move it and take it somewhere, I just lift it up like this with my foot. I grab the stand, I carry this wherever I want to put it at, set it back down. Sweet, simple, and easy with this whole, you know, compact setup here. So thought I'd take a minute and mention it. A lot of 3D targets out there. Not saying any of them are bad. I'm just saying that for me, this is my favorite one. As close to anatomically correct kill zones as you could possibly be. Able to take broadheads and you're not afraid to shoot it up because it doesn't cost as much money. You do have a replaceable core if you want to. Like I said, I don't replace cores. I just shoot them broadside, shoot them quartering. I'll blow that whole deer apart in a year kind of thing. So for me, it's win-win all the way around and you can't go wrong with it. The Delta Intruder, they got other ones too, the river bottom. A little bigger version, but for me the smaller the better. If they made this even smaller, I'd buy that one. I want the smallest 3D target I can get so that my focus and my practice sessions are as good as they possibly can be, so that when I'm under stress, I'm still going to put them in that kill zone. So thanks for watching. We'll be back with more stuff soon. Talk to you later. Bye.